So today I'm going to talk about the 6 things that is sabotaging your success. But before I jump into the show today, if you have not been over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, you got to take the Next Level Wholesaling assessment. This is my gift to you. It's totally free, and it's going to help you rate the 4 areas of your wholesaling business, the 4 important areas of your wholesaling business that's going to predict your success as a wholesaler. My goal for you is for you to do big, fat, juicy, profitable deals. I want a business that serves you, that free up your time, that's going to throw off your deals to you and cash month after month after month without your personal involvement. And that's what Next Level Wholesaling is all about. So go to nextlevelwholesaling.com, take the free assessment. Let me know how it goes, right? Hit me up at an Instagram at Todd Toback. And I'd love to hear from you. All right, so let's jump into these 6 things sabotaging your success. Number 1 is jumping to another market. Okay, let's say that you're a wholesaler, you're in a market, you're making the business work, you've got proof of concept, and all of a sudden you're watching Facebook and you see people, oh, I'm in 8 markets, or I'm wholesaling nationally, or, you know, I want to expand. I got to tell you, nothing is the killer of wholesale business or businesses than distraction, and one of that is going to another market. The market that you're in is most likely the market that you will be most successful in. Stay in your own market unless you've been there for 100 days and marketing consistently and working leads and following up like a banshee. And if that's not working, you've done all the things right, then you can move. But if you've already been successful in your market, you have proof of concept, stay there, maximize it, squeeze it. And once you're doing 1.5, 2 million, and you've absolutely dominated your market, and your competitors are no longer stealing deals from you, okay, then maybe it's time to look into the market, but just dominate the one that you're in. I got to tell you, I have one client who was kind of fading in his business, and he got rid of all the markets that he had added over the last year, focused on his one, and his business shot through the roof. Number 2, sticking with a marketing channel that's not working. As entrepreneurs, right, we tend not to be detail-oriented. We want to focus on deal after deal after deal after deal. I had a private client come to me, and he says, Todd, you know, I'm using this overseas company to text for me, and I'm not sure that I'm doing deals from it. I'm not sure that, you know, it's worth it keeping them. So I had him pull the report, and he's been paying them $4,000 a month, and he had not done a deal with them for the last year. So that's $48,000 in a year without doing a deal from it. And he was too busy to realize it, to slow down, right? By the way, this is not an isolated incident, right? This is like an epidemic about wholesalers. You got to slow down. Got to look at your marketing. You got to shave off the marketing channels that aren't working and double down on the ones that are. There is no prize for having 15 marketing channels. If you have one really, really good one, okay, I am stoked for you. By the way, one of my favorite marketing channels right now is fastsellerleads.com, fastsellerleads.com. If you want the easiest, fastest way to get leads right now, go to fastsellerleads.com. You sign up for a free account to start off with, and then you actually bid per lead. Okay, you bid per lead, and they will send you leads basically by email and by text, as long as you are the highest bidder in your market. People who use that, I say, listen, focus on that one thing, get really good at it, work the leads, follow up, and get an ROI. You should be getting 5 times. Okay, that's my ideal to get 5 times your revenue spend. So if you spend $1, you make 5. If you spend $5,000, you make $25,000. You spend $25,000, you make $100,000. Excuse me, $125,000. Make it happen. Focus on one. Get rid of the ones that aren't working. Number 3, adding another form of wholesaling. So I have a little pet peeve here. I know some people wholesale houses, or they wholesale, you know, maybe some duplexes and quads, and then they get into wholesaling land. Totally new business. I know some people wholesale land and houses. I got to tell you, you do both, you are going to suffer. You're going to be mediocre. You are going to be working twice as hard and making half as much money because now your team has just too much stuff going on and no focus. So focus on one area of real estate. Okay, focus on closing wholesale deals. I don't mind you buying a whole real estate. I happen to buy mobile home parks and operate them. Okay, but that was like a long, thoughtful decision. I'm not looking just to add another little income stream over here. Okay, don't get distracted. Next, hanging out with equal earners or less. So if you go to any real estate club or any real estate conference, you will see that people start to congregate. And the people who haven't done their first deal, they hang out on one side of the room. The people who have done 1 to 3 deals, they hang out on another side of the room. People making, 100 to 150,000, another part of the room. And the people making 7 figures are off in another part of the room. Okay, get uncomfortable. Don't hang out with people who are doing what you're doing. You want to move up. Move up, because those people, you got to seek that out, because they're not going to seek you out. They're not going to be like, oh, come hang out with us. No, you got to seek those people out and actively get in their circle, because by hanging out with them, you will start to be uncomfortable, right? You will start to feel a little unworthy that you're not putting the work or not doing the things that you want to do. And that's good, because that's when action happens. Hang out with people who are doing bigger things than you. Next, getting too comfortable. So, one of the biggest enemies to success is success. Let's say that you were making $50,000 a year at your job, and now all of a sudden you're wholesaling some houses. You made 6 figures. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. Your friends are like, hey, what are you doing? Man, you're so awesome. I can't believe you did it. I knew you could do it. Oh, $40,000 on one deal. You're amazing. Oh, you start to believe the hype. Start to believe the hype. You lose your hunger. You lose your edge. You're not angry. Don't get too comfortable. Let me tell you a story. I think I told this story. I'm on a swim team here, and my all four of my kids are on the swim team. And there's a coach who we have a great relationship with, and he was the assistant coach, and there's a head coach who they had who retired. And so instead of hiring the assistant coach who we love, who has been there for 33 years, they decided to try to hire someone from the outside who was totally unqualified. I mean, totally unqualified. So I spoke up about this, and they kicked my whole family off the swim team. Really hurt my kids. They were really, really, really upset about this. And long story short, I was pissed. I was angry. I had fire. I was uncomfortable. I did not like that position I was in. So what did I do? I went to that assistant coach, and he had resigned, and I said, hey, let's start a new swim team. And I'm telling you, I did not like the feeling of being kicked off. And I was, a man without an island. My kids were upset. They were just watching them. And it was a really good spot, because I had spent so many hours with me and some other people. There's a lot of people who helped, who we were all angry. And we created a new swim team in like a month with the head coach. And all of a sudden, we just launched about a week ago, and it's full of kids. It's thriving, and it's just amazing. And so I was talking to some of the parents the other day. I was like, what we just did this month? Like, we all worked together, and we just we're like a bull like in a china shop. Like, we've got to keep that going to make this team even better. And so sometimes you need an enemy, right? Maybe that enemy is your an ex-girlfriend who dumped you because you were slacking. Maybe the enemy was that old used car that kept breaking down. Maybe that enemy was that boss that used to talk down to you. I don't know what it is, but you got to find a way to get uncomfortable, right? You want to get angry and make it happen. Get a little chip on your shoulder. And because I see a lot of people that get too comfortable, they lose that chip, they lose that anger, they lose that fire, and like, you know what, I'm good. And they stop growing. So don't sabotage yourself. Lastly, FOMO, fear of missing out. I see some people start to make money in the wholesaling business. They're like, wow, I've got the Midas touch. Everything I do turns to gold. Maybe I should join this multi-level marketing company. Maybe I should do ERC credits. Maybe I should do affiliate marketing. Maybe I should become an online influencer. Forget all that crap. Focus on the business in front of you. This thing's a cash machine. It will feed you month after month after month. You become unbelievably wealthy doing just this. Get really good on it. Sharpen your sales skills. Make this your profession. Buy the no limit selling system. Become a master acquisition specialist. Buy properties, 50 cents on the dollar. Buy some mobile home parks or invest in some mobile home parks. And your business will thrive. This is amazing. Give it love. Focus on it. It is enough. All right, I'm going to review. Number 1, going to another market when the market there already isn't successful. Number two, sticking with a marketing channel that's not working. Three, adding another method in real estate like wholesaling land. Okay, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to focus on one. Four, hanging out with equal earners or people earning less than you, getting too comfortable or complacent with where you're at. And lastly, FOMO. Okay, do not get distracted. Focus on this business. Your bank account, your business, your mindset will thrive. I will talk to you on the next episode.